Governor Cuomo's new state budget begins to adopt the same corrupt finance system that almost allowed State Senator Malcolm Smith to fix last year's GOP mayoral primary. The top federal prosecutor for Manhattan said that a show-me-the-money culture pervades every level of New York government, and he's right.
Smith arrested by the FBI at his home this morning, charged with trying to buy his way onto the GOP ballot, all allegedly through a combination of cash payments and perhaps shady deals to help grease the skids with some of the city's Republican movers and shakers.
For all the problems that the New York State campaign finance system has, adopting the New York City model will lead to an avalanche of money into the hands of campaign consultants and lobbyists. Last year was the first time that the corrupt Citizens United Supreme Court decision had an impact on the New York City campaign finance model. And how did candidates and their lobbyists react? They pounced on the opportunity to raise more money. This is Scott Levinson. He's a campaign consultant and political operative who administered a Super PAC to defeat Christine Quinn. He's also a supporter of the Working Families Party.
2013 will go down as a Rubicon in the introduction of independent spending here.
Before she ran for mayor, former City Council Speaker Christine Quinn weakened campaign finance laws to permit greater independent political spending by special interests. The role of money and lobbyists in politics is so strong that even so-called progressives can't resist. During the same election cycle, some candidates open multiple campaign finance accounts to raise vast amounts of money that violate the spirit of campaign finance regulations. Here is a partial listing of some lobbyists who managed some or all of this money. Politicians have a vested interest in opposing campaign finance reform, partly because lobbyists pressure candidates to find more and more ways to raise money. The lobbyist Scott Levinson most visibly exploited the use of Super PACs. Allegations have been raised whether the activities of that Super PAC were illegally coordinated to benefit the mayoral campaign of Bill de Blasio. When confronted last year with questions about Mr. Levinson's Super PAC, Mr. de Blasio promised to reform the corrupt New York City model of campaign finance.
We may not like the way the law is, but it is the law. I certainly will put energy going forward into trying to further reform the campaign finance system.
So far, the mayor has reformed nothing, and just today, in another ruling, the Supreme Court has further weakened campaign finance laws. Political insiders have made Swiss cheese of the regulations of the New York City campaign finance model, which explains why state officials have begun to adopt a form of it in this year's state budget. They know the New York City campaign finance model can be exploited.